Good morning, children. Next chapter is electronic spreadsheet. So, in our daily life or at our workplace, we have to perform various calculations. That is, various methods are used depending on the nature of calculation. So, we use our fingers or mental calculations to perform simple calculations and use a calculator for longer calculation. So in science and engineering, scientific calculators are used to perform complex calculations. Then spreadsheet application is tool which is used to perform all kinds of calculations easily and accurately. So in your childhood, you might have used special notebooks with small cells marked with rows and columns to practice mathematics. So for maths, you would have used rows and columns, notebooks with rows and columns. Like we also learned multiplication table. So spreadsheet is a long sheet of rows and columns on the computer screen to do data analysis and calculation. In other words, a spreadsheet is a grid which interactively manage and organize data in rows and columns. So it is also called electronic spreadsheet. It is used for managing financial and accounting documents, creating data reports, generating invoice, data analysis from scientific and statistical research, and for doing a variety of calculations on data. A spreadsheet can store, manipulate and create graphical representation of data. User can enter data into a spreadsheet, do formatting, calculations and analyze the data for decision making. So besides users data, spreadsheet package also provides mathematical, financial, statistic and logical operations. So So let us see how can we use a spreadsheet. So in a LibreOffice, spreadsheet is called LibreOffice Calc. Spreadsheet is called LibreOffice Calc. And like our Microsoft Excel of Microsoft Office, our spreadsheet is Microsoft Excel. Likewise, in LibreOffice, our spreadsheet is LibreOffice Calc. So we will be dealing with LibreOffice Calc and I'll show you the examples with Microsoft Office Excel because I don't have LibreOffice in my laptop. So when we open a Microsoft Excel, it will look like a grid. It will have a grid. So this is how a Microsoft Excel workbook looks like. This is how a Microsoft Office Excel workbook look like. So it has multiple sheets and it has different columns and rows. So we have discussed. So this is the title bar. Then these are the control buttons and this is the ribbon. Then here where A1, A2, that is the cell name or the box name is shown here. So in Excel you can see here the box names. So if I click here in any of the boxes, the cell name will be shown here. Then here the function will be shown, that is which function, that is if you are using sum or any function is shown here, and the formula is displayed in this formula bar. So this is the formula bar, here it is the formula bar, and this is the function that we can perform. We can perform any of the function, that is max, min, average, any function can be performed. Then these A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H are column headings, and this 1, 2, 3, 4 are row headings. Then these are the toolbars containing the different tool. Then this is the scroll bar, that is we can scroll this. Then this whole is the worksheet. This whole is the worksheet, and worksheet contains different, so this is the sheet is also called worksheet. So we can navigate to, we can move to different parts of the sheet by using this, and we can have different sheets. So these are in workbook 1 itself, we can have different sheets, and even we can add new sheets. We can add new sheets by clicking here. Also we can delete the sheets. Right click here and delete. Here we can rename also. We can rename the sheet. Now this is the status bar. So this is the status bar. It will show which sheet of how many sheets are there, so that all things will be shown. Then there is a zoom control where the it will show what is the zoom percentage, that you know in Microsoft Word also we have seen that. Now first one is the title bar. So the title bar, it is located at the top, shows the name of the current spreadsheet. When the spreadsheet is newly created, its name will be Untitled X, where X is a number. The first created spreadsheet takes the name Untitled 1. So here for first titled, it will be in Microsoft Word it is book 1. That is book 1 is the name of the worksheet. So it has the title. The next is menu bar. So menu bar is located just below the title bar. It contains the menus with commands for various tasks. So each menu item has sub menu. So first one is file. So file, so here in Microsoft this is the file, and it contains, we can open a new worksheet, or we can create a new worksheet, or we can open existing workbooks, any of the workbook, or we can save the file. Then this is save as, that is to save in a different location, we use save. Then we can print, then we can prepare, that is to give security. Then we can send it as email, then we can publish it To close the document, click on close. Next, edit. Edit contains editing commands, that is undo, cut, copy, paste, select, find, replace, and so on. So in edit contains cut, copy, paste, then the find and select. So all these comes under editing, that is auto sum, different functions, then to fill, then to clear, then sort and filter, then find, replace. So everything comes under editing. This cut, copy, etc., paste also comes under editing. Then view contains commands for modifying the user interface, that is toolbars, column, row headers, full screen, zoom, and so on. So the view contains everything, that is how the page layout, then whether it should be full screen, or which all bars should be shown, should be grid lines will be displayed or not, then formula bar should be displayed or not, then headings should be displayed or not. So everything decides in zoom percentage, then are displayed in view. Then insert contains commands for inserting elements into a spreadsheet, that is image, media, chart, object, shapes, date, time, headers. So these can be inserted from the insert. So here in the insert you can insert table, picture, clip art, shapes, smart art, columns, line, charts, or hyperlink, or symbols or text box, headers and footers. So everything can be inserted from the insert option. Then format contains commands for modifying the layout of a spreadsheet, or cells, rows, columns, page, styles and formatting, alignment, and so on. In format, these all things, that is how the alignment should be made, or how these cells should be placed, or how these styles or conditional formatting, or how the cells should be, style of the cells, all these are comes under formatting. Then styles are for managing styles, so these all you will study in detail. Then sheet contains commands to insert, delete cells, rows and columns, insert sheet, rename sheet, fill cells. Here we can insert sheets here. Then if we want to insert a column, then click there, go to insert, then you can insert rows and columns. Then tools contain various functions to check and customize the spreadsheet, that is spelling, language, gallery, macros, and so on. Then windows contains commands to display window, that is new window or split, and so on. Then help contains links to help systems included in the software. The next is toolbar. So the toolbar has the calc option opens with the standard and formatting toolbars at top of the workspace by default. So there is a standard toolbar The standard toolbar shows the icons for most common operations such as editing, arranging, filtering, etc. And formatting toolbar has the most common operations related to formatting datasheet. It includes buttons for font selection, size of text, alignment, etc. Then formula toolbar. It allows entering, editing the formula in the cell. The formula bar consists of name box, functions wizard, sum, function, then input line. So this is the name box, then this is the function wizard, then here this is the formula bar where we type the formula, then the worksheet. The worksheet in Calc is also referred to as spreadsheet. The spreadsheet can have many sheets. Each sheet can have many individuals cells, that is arranged in rows and columns. Each sheet by default has names sheet 1, sheet 2, etc. So these vertical collection of cells are called columns and horizontal collection of cells are called rows. So here A1 is the name of the cell. So here this is the active cell and this is the active cell's address. So when we click on a particular cell, the cell address will appear on the name, the place where the name of the cell appears. So these are the rows and these are the vertical collection of columns are called columns. So each sheet have 2 raised to 20 rows and 2 raised to 10 columns. So each sheet has 2 raised to 10 columns. Then each box is called cell and its address is represented by column name and row name. So each cell has an address with first the column name and then the row name. Then active cell in a spreadsheet is a place where we enter the data. Before entering any data in a cell, it has to be first selected by putting a cursor. So when we put a cursor, its address, that is a row name, a column name, then row name, that is C8, will appear in the name box. So this is the active cell. Now key or key combination, result of key or combination. Suppose move a single row in arrow direction. That is, if we want to move the single rows, you can use the arrow keys. You can use the arrow keys to move different cells. Use the arrow keys on the keyboard. Then control and arrow keys moves the cell to the end of the data range in a particular direction by pressing control and arrow key. Control and arrow key will move it to the end of the cell. Here it will move to the end of the row and starting of the row. By pressing control with arrow key, it will move to the starting and ending. Then home key will move the column A along with row where the active cell is. So if it is in the here, then it will move to the column A. Likewise, if we press on end key, it will move to the then control plus home will move the cell to A1 position. Likewise, Control plus End moves to the bottom right cell of the data. Then page up moves the worksheet one screen up, and page down moves the worksheet one screen down. So this is called column range, that is from column, that is C2 to C7. This is called column range, that is C2 to C7. So we give positions range with column, that is B3. This is row range, that is B3 to D3, that is B3 colon D3. That is starting and ending positions are, range is denoted by, suppose here I want A1. If I want to select a particular range, so I will give it as B3 colon B1 colon B12. So it will select from, suppose we are selecting this much. So if we are row wise, if we are selecting column wise, then we will consider from C2 to F2, that is C2 colon F2. Or if we are selecting like this, then we can write C1 colon C9. Now to enter data in a worksheet, we are required to select that particular cell. The data to be entered can be label, value or formula. So first type of data that can be entered is label. That is, label is any text entered by using a keyboard. It may combine with letters, numbers and special symbols. So by default, all the labels are aligned left. By default, all the labels are aligned left. So this name, class, section, email ID, these are all considered as labels. Then values. The numerical data consisting of only numbers are called values. Numerical data consisting of only numbers are called values. By default, values are right aligned. By default, values are right aligned. These are various forms of values such as integer, decimal and so on. So integer value means without any decimal point. Then decimal value means a value which has decimal point. Then fractional value means it is in the form of p by q form. That is, there is a denominator and numerator. Then percentage value. Then scientific value, that is e raised to. Then date. Then time, currency. So these are different types of values, that is numerical values. Then formulas, that is any expression that begins with an equal to symbol is treated as formula. So in this expression, the equal to is followed by values, cell address and functions are called formula. So when a formula is entered in a cell in a worksheet, the value of the equation is displayed in the cell, and the formula is shown in the formula bar. Now, for different mathematical operations used are, for addition plus is used, then for subtraction minus, then for multiplication star, and for division slash is used. Then for exponential or power, this cap symbol is used. So first preference is given for brackets, then exponential, then division, then multiplication, then last addition, then after that only subtraction is given priority. So for simple calculations, the equal to symbol is given, then the values to be added. Now let us copy this. Suppose in an Excel sheet I am giving length, breadth, area. So here we are giving the length as 2, breadth 4. So again length 4, breadth 5, length 6, breadth 7. So here area of right square, area of rectangle, area of a rectangle. So for different rectangles, what will be the area? So we have to give here an equation that is equal to, what will be the equation? Length, that is A1. Then I click here itself, it will appear A1 star breadth. Click on the length column and put star and click on the breadth column. Equal to, first you put equal to, then the length column, this, that is C2 is equal to A2 star B2. Now if you put enter, the area of rectangle is calculated as 2 into 4. Now keep the cursor mouse pointer like this and left click, then drag the mouse pointer, so you will get the area for all the length and breadth combinations. Likewise, you can do any other operation. Also, suppose you want to add, you want to find the perimeter. Now perimeter is equal to, first you have to select that column. Okay, select that column, then here you put equal to, then perimeter is 2 bracket 2 into L plus B. 2 into L plus B. So you have got for first row. Now you can select and drag, then you will get the perimeter for all the rows. Now you can try like this. Another. Create a table and create 3 columns, that is item, quantity and unit price. Then find out the total price, total amount. That is to create a simple spreadsheet to prepare a shopping bill. That is what will be the total amount that the customer has to pay. So you can create another column, total amount is equal to unit price into quantity. You can create a spreadsheet like this and you can find out the total amount like this. In sheet 2 you can create a unit price and like this item, then the different items, then its quantity, then unit price, then you can write total cost is equal to A2 B2 star C2, then it will be computed for each one. Then you can compute the total price is equal to this D2 plus D3 plus D4 plus D5 plus D6 plus D7, because this is the column B. So you can add and find out the total for each item, then the total amount to be paid by the customer. Okay, thank you children. For today only this much.